Welcome to the Elon Musk Signal channel. The passionate hearts of space exploration enthusiasts must still be very excited after the momentous Starliner launch, the first commercial spacecraft carrying NASA astronauts soaring into the skies, bringing along two seasoned NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, right? After months of anticipation, a historic moment has been written, carrying hope for the future of human space exploration. Let's join us in this challenging journey and these amazing moments right now. After nearly a month of delays due to helium leaks and propulsion system checks, Boeing and NASA are ready to conduct the final test flight of the commercial crew program, Starliner. With a crew on board. On board are two seasoned NASA astronauts, Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, both experienced Navy pilots. Both are former U.S. Navy test pilots with a total flight time of up to 11,000 hours. They will ensure that Starliner is ready for manned operations. This is the third launch attempt after two previous delays due to rocket glitches and Starliner mishaps. If there is another delay today, the technical team may postpone the launch to tomorrow, June 6. However, if further rescheduling is necessary, there is a possibility of a longer delay due to some parts of the Atlas V rocket nearing expiration. Fortunately, that did not happen, and we witnessed the historic moment of Starliner. It's a significant moment for Boeing and NASA. Boeing's space taxi Starliner, marking a significant milestone after nearly 20 years of planning to send Americans into space, officially launched at 10:52 a.m. Eastern Time on June 5 from Launch Complex 41 at the Cape Canaveral Space Center. During the tense moments before launch, veteran astronaut Barry Butch Wilmore showed courage. We all know that when the going gets tough, as it often does, the tough get going, and you all have. Let's get going. Let's put some fire in this rocket. Pilot Suni Williams also didn't fall short with a message to Calypso, the name of the Starliner module. Let's go Calypso, take us to space and back. Starliner is heading to the International Space Station, ISS, where Wilmore and Williams will spend about 8 days conducting a comprehensive check of the spacecraft, aiming for safety certification for future crews. The spacecraft is expected to dock with the ISS at around 12:15 p.m. on Thursday, June 6, Eastern Time. According to NASA, the earliest landing time for Starliner is June 14. However, this schedule may change, especially if Wilmore and Williams need to perform additional activities at the International Space Station, according to NASA. Boeing and United Launch Alliance representatives. This morning's launch went smoother than expected, Steve Stick, NASA's Commercial Crew Program Manager, shared in a post-launch press conference. Boy, what a heck of a day it was today, Mark Nappy, Vice President and Program Manager of Boeing's Commercial Crew, said that the successful launch is a significant milestone for the company. My boss was here today, my boss's boss was here today, and my boss's boss's boss was here today, so obviously it means a ton to us, Nappy said. He added that Boeing's teams are still focused on the upcoming missions. Once completed, they will prioritize the certification process, allowing Boeing to perform regular missions to the space station for NASA. On June 6, the Starliner spacecraft is scheduled to successfully dock with the International Space Station, marking a significant milestone in the crewed flight test mission. After docking, Starliner will join the 5 other spacecraft currently at the orbiting station, including SpaceX's Crew Dragon. The successful docking with the ISS will make Starliner the 6th crewed vehicle present at the station. Ken Bowersox, NASA's deputy manager of the Space Operations Mission Directorate, enthusiastically said, "I'm really looking forward to seeing 2 U.S. vehicles at the International Space Station. I know Butch and Suni will probably get a kick out of that, if they get a chance to look out the windows." In addition to the 2 astronauts, Starliner also carries nearly 350 kilograms of cargo, including food and some requested items for their time at the ISS. To celebrate this historic event, Elon Musk, the tech billionaire and CEO of SpaceX, Boeing's rival in the aerospace industry, also sent his congratulations to Starliner. "Congratulations on a successful launch," he posted on social media platform X. Musk is also hastily preparing for his own rocket launch this week, the 4th test flight of the SpaceX Starship Super Heavy rocket along with the SpaceX spacecraft. The rocket is scheduled to take off on June 6 from Starbase, SpaceX's infrastructure base in Boca Chica, Texas. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson also congratulated today's Starliner inauguration, congratulating the teams at NASA, Boeing, and United Launch Alliance on the successful launch. He wrote on X, #Starliner ascends to the heavens. Congratulations to NASA, Boeing Space, and all launch. Today's launch is a milestone achievement for the future of spaceflight. Butch and Suni, safe travels through the stars. See you back home. NASA astronaut Mike Fink, who was planned to serve as a pilot for Starliner's first operational flight, also posted a video congratulating Starliner's inauguration. Fink has trained alongside Wilmore and Williams, serving as a backup pilot for this mission, and he provided live commentary for the inauguration. June 5 not only marks the first manned flight of the Starliner capsule but also a historic milestone for many other programs. Space traveler Suni Williams has become the first woman to test a spacecraft in orbit. Additionally, this is the 100th launch of the United Launch Alliance's Atlas V rocket, and the first time this rocket has carried a crew. Over the past 2 decades, the Atlas V has been known as the workhorse in NASA's and the US military's unmanned missions. But today's flight opens a new chapter for the Atlas V rocket. Previous versions of the Atlas rocket have been used in NASA's Mercury project, the program that sent Americans into space for the first time. Boeing engineers are still fully focused on the mission. To ensure flight safety, NASA and Boeing are closely monitoring the cooling system on the Starliner capsule, which is responsible for regulating temperature during launch and landing. During a post-launch press conference, Steve Stick, NASA's Commercial Crew Program Manager, said that this system used more water than expected during liftoff. However, Stick also emphasized that backup systems were activated, and engineers would analyze detailed data to understand the cause. After completing the test flight, they will prioritize the certification process, allowing Boeing to perform regular missions to the International Space Station for NASA. The successful launch brings NASA closer to a goal set more than a decade ago: operating 2 U.S. commercial vehicles simultaneously for missions to transport astronauts to the International Space Station. It's been a long journey, with the origins of this goal possibly dating back to 2006. The new Starliner mission, a 10-day trip called the Crew Flight Test (CFT), was initially scheduled to launch on May 6. But that effort was cancelled about 2 hours before launch when team members noticed a wiggle in the upper stage of the Atlas V. ULA decided to replace this valve, requiring the rocket to be removed from the launch pad and returned to the company's vertical integration facility. That delayed the launch until May 17. But then another issue arose: a slight helium leak in one of the reaction control engine in Starliner's service module. The spacecraft control team spent additional time analyzing the helium leak and its potential impacts, ultimately concluding that it was a minor issue and greenlighting the CFT for launch on June 1 as planned. Steve Stick, NASA's Commercial Crew Program Manager, said at a pre-launch press conference on Friday, May 31, "For spaceflight, sometimes you have to plan for contingencies and design spacecraft with redundancy. Our helium tank has redundancy. We can handle a leak rate 100 times what it is right now. So we concluded that the wisest course of action is to proceed with the mission. And we can fly safely." However, the June 1 launch attempt was scrubbed just minutes before liftoff due to a ground power distribution issue. The control team replaced the faulty equipment, resetting the CFT for the successful launch today. Starliner's historic flight not only reaffirms the United States' leadership position in the aerospace industry but also demonstrates international cooperation and humanity's boundless exploration spirit. With this resounding success, we can trust in extraordinary advancements in the future, where humans will set foot on distant planets and explore the vast mysteries of the universe. Thank you for watching the entire video. Leave your comments about today's video. Don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for continuous updates on interesting information. Goodbye and see you in the next video.